So it's 2100 9 p.m. here on the 4th of March, 2021. It's MoleHill News. It's hopefully educational, perhaps entertaining. It's certainly not financial advice. Um, yeah, it's easiest to remember it to say it the same way, I guess. Brandini, but I'll say. All right, 46.7. That's the price on Bitcoin right now. Still the market leader, of course. It's down 6% though. All right, Ethereum, it's 1.4. Tether rose all the way back up to third place, and the price stays the same. So that just means obviously that they took a lot of market cap, like they took a lot more dollars under their wing. All right, Binance 219 in fourth place, Cardano in at $1.06 in fifth place. Those would be the same places if like Tether slid up, so they're in the same positions. Polkadot 32.68 in sixth place. XRP 46 cents in seventh place. Uniswap just blew onto the top 10 into the number 8 spot at $26.71. Damn, that's bananas. I think this stuff was like dirt cheap just a few months ago. Like a yeah. Litecoin 170 down 8%, and Chainlink rounds out the top 10 as 26%. Who got knocked off? Oh yeah, Bitcoin Cash. All right. Damn, Uniswap. What the hell? Let's go see if Uniswap's over here. And they're not even on the leaderboard on this side on the 24-hour. Okay. A whole bunch of coins I never heard of. Chili's, great. ZK Swap, whatever. Stacks, Theta Fuel, and just Theta. There's Engine again. Good for little old Engine. It's the only one I recognize. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to move the little purple things, but as we can see, we spent a little bit of time in the 50s, and then now we're cruising back down. Some pretty consistent steps. Looks like, I think, honestly, people are just like, look, some people are pretty happy to sell at 50, and they're going to keep doing it. People who've been holding for a long time, waiting for this price point. There's like a lot of appetite to buy, but there's obviously some people who are selling, and probably, why would you think, if they're crypto people, why would they be selling so much? Because they probably want to buy more hardware. I don't know, just a thought. Just thinking out loud. Look at that. The cloud's been dark the whole time since we talked last, which has admittedly been a long time here. It's been a day. It's been 24 hours since I sat down to make a show. Yeah. Look at that. Resistance the whole way through. And then let's see. We got our conversion line and our baseline both pointing pretty hard down. Pretty much ready to cross, and the lagging indicators down. So yeah, everything shows downward pressure right now. So there's that. Let's take a look at Bollinger's. They're tightening up, which often means they're getting ready to move, because you see how every time it tightens up, and then you see a big move, how it widens. So right as you see a move, you'll see this thing widen. So yeah, all right. It's ready to do some action, and EMAs are completely flipped. It's a lot of downward pressure right now. So yeah, expect to see it fall further, I would assume. And then, of course, as soon as it breaks through something like a 45 here, or the 4,000, wherever that is here-ish, you will see a lot of people be like, oh shit, it's that low. And you'll see that buying pressure come right back up again. So, and then when it blows through one or two of these bars, then people will be like, oh shit, it's that high. And then fear of missing out will kick in, and then it'll keep going for a bit until it has to cool off. And that's what it does. Okay. All right. So expect it to go down. There's a couple of little articles. I mean, this picture comes up every few years for some reason or another, of course. But let's see here. The Binance Smart Chain is a competitor to Ethereum. And some of the outside criticism people have towards Binance is that it's centralized. Like, I'm mining Ethereum. There are many people mining Ethereum. It's a difficult network to censor, because you'd have to get all of us to agree to censor it or something like that. And I don't even know how, if you ask me to. So, my machine just runs. It fucking runs Phoenix Miner, and that's what it does. I don't know. So, like, Binance, though, it's all in house. you know, that's how they avoid big fees, but that's how they avoid 51% of tax, I suppose. But on the other hand, it means that if they're trying to operate in China or Hong Kong or something, and they have this tanks of Tiananmen, what is it? Is it like a post, or is it like, oh, it's a DAP? It's a DAP just called tanks of Tiananmen. So, okay, you have a DAP that, I don't know, presumably just like shows this picture or does something otherwise just to piss off China. That makes it difficult for Binance to operate in China, right? So it makes them have to choose between do we censor this and like admit that we're just basically a eBay entity, or do we just let this ride and pretend we're like a public source blockchain? And then there's this one called Slave, which like I don't think it's nearly as I don't really get it. Like tanks of Tiananmen, like unless you're China, why are you worried about this picture? So does Binance operate in China? I should have done this before I opened up the player, didn't I? Or the recorder. Founded. Into Japan. Alright, well, presumably they still have some, or at least would like to operate there or something. I don't know. Alright, Ripple. Yeah, so we've been following this one pretty close. It just caught my attention when it first came out, and I sort of, like, I think our XRP is interesting. I don't think it's, like, the best because it's not decentralized. Like, it's got a lot of the same criticisms as Binance, except instead of a crypto company like Binance, it's like a bunch of banks. So it's a little more antithetical to crypto and the Satoshi white paper. But, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's still technology-wise pretty interesting and whatever. You can always just rip it off in the open source. But with that, that's a little aside. I've been following the lawsuit thing because I don't want to see the government regulating that way. I don't want to see the government coming along and just fucking giving out speeding tickets for people who are trying to perform on a racetrack, right? I want to see them like set the rules up front so that these coins can operate with clarity and actually like, you know, move forward on projects. That's why I wanted to follow this case, and I wanted to be like, how's the government going to play this? Are they going to like sink their teeth in and be like real shitheads? And it doesn't seem like it, to be honest. And yeah, this dude still. What? This dude again? I thought this dude said that it was a big problem for XRP. It's almost like he just makes videos that are headlines. What am I trying to say? Clickbaity. Oh, no, never. Okay. I don't know anything about it. I've never even clicked on this shit. I'm not really sure. So, anyways, I would say that this whole time it's always seemed like the argument was in their favor. I'll close the show out by just finding. This is probably the part I wanted to read. Sorry. Basically, where is it? 2015. There it is. Ripple. So when someone came on board at Ripple, like he basically said, "Hey man, like to the Department of Justice and Financial, I don't know, something or other, Division of Treasury," and was like, "Hey man, like we want to make a virtual currency." And at the time, Ripple agreed to undertake remedial steps applicable to currency transactions and inapplicable to securities transactions based on the advice they were given by these government agencies, which would indicate to me that they were like basically approached the government, said, "Hey, how do we make a currency not a security?" And the government is like this. They're like, "We will do that." And they're like, "Did you do what we said? Because now we think you're a security." Following our advice got you into trouble. I mean, that's kind of, I think, I feel like I'd have a strong case if I went to court on that, just saying. Okay, that's the show. Yeah, that's a weird one, right? I'm going to have to look into what the hell this is all about. All right, let's get out of here.